What's this? A sure mic?
Yeah, those are the $100 Shure mics. They got different level ones.
Yeah, I know.
I think the one Joe Rogan and them uses like the $400 ones. But he's decent though. Yeah.
You get from Guitar Center?
Nah, I think I got these Sweetwater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sweetwater.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's an amazing company. I be getting interfaces from that shit. Sweetwater.
Hold on, tap on the mic real quick. All right, bet. It's funny because actually Sweetwater, I think they either just had like they had some change or some shit, but their customer service just got like way better. Actually, they just called me like a month ago. Have you got calls from them? They called me a month ago.
I don't be giving them my number and emails.
So they called me like a month ago about a interface. Matter of fact, it was right there. I have an Apollo Twin.
Yeah.
And I bought it like almost 2 years ago. And they literally called me like a month ago. Like, yeah, we're just calling to check up. How's your experience going with the interface or whatever? I'm like, what? I'm like, first of all, like, that's some really good customer service. I was like, it's going fire. Like, thank you. And they're talking to the dude for like 20 minutes. I told him about the podcast. He like followed me on Instagram and shit. I was like, all right, shout out to Sweetwater. Well, I feel like this shit kind of, hold up. Yeah.
I bought my last interface from them.
What kind of interface?
I got a Universal Audio, the Volt 276. So it's like kind of like the mid-tier one. They just dropped like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
But this shit fire. It got its own preamp on it. It's like its own compression on it. So you plug it up in the mic and all that stuff. It got like, without doing effects and shit.
Yeah, I actually got something like that too. It's like it's like almost like the pedal ones.
Yeah, but it has like an extra button or two on it. Like it have like 76 compression or anything like that.
Yeah.
Damn. You got a grinder?
Yeah, I got one.
About to lose my mind, dog.
Bro, so you need that wake up blunt. There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
I think actually last time, my bad, bro. Say one more time, and Mike, one more time.
I got to be up close on it.
Yeah, be up close on it. Okay, we good.
Oh, yeah. You got one of those.
I turn the input gain down, and then I turn the output gain up. I feel like kind of cancels out some of the background noise like that.
I figured you was trying to do that. Cancel some of the white noise out.
No, I was gonna say, okay, so I kind of wanted to start off by saying how wrong we were last episode about Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah. What did we say, though?
Huh? What did we say?
Mm-hmm.
We were just hype about it, like it's gonna be the next thing.
It was for
we were like, yo, that Clubhouse shit, like.
It was for a little bit. Just for a smidge.
Yeah. I know you were talking about like having the iRig and just kind of getting the sound right on that shit. You still using the iRig for anything? Were you using it mainly for the Clubhouse?
Yeah, I was using it every day for Clubhouse.
Yeah.
But now I'm on I don't know, it's always like, technology's always reinventing itself. So you be on one thing for a little bit and you be on the next thing for the next month or two and then so on. But I mean the iRig video was popping. It was popping.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, you had like a tutorial or some shit like that for it?
Yeah.
Would you drop it on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It went
Boosted
viral?
it and everything, yep. I mean, I ain't gonna say it went viral, but it's over 10,000 views. That's decent.
That's viral in the streets.
Yeah. YouTube.
Is your YouTube channel monetized?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How many subs are you at right now?
I think I'm at I think it's 1.43K or something like that.
Yeah, so I think it's
not really that many.
at 1,000 subs, and I want to say 4,000 watch hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do they let you monetize. That's where I'm at.
I think right now we're at we just broke 400. I think we had 403 something as of right now filming this.
That's what's up.
Watch hours. I want to say we're at 1,000 watch hours. So we about almost a quarter of the way there, almost halfway.
That's fire.
With everything, I feel like YouTube is hard to get subscribers on.
YouTube's hard to do everything on.
Yeah. What else is hard to do on there?
Such a Google-tized platform that it's just super algorithm. So it's hard to do anything on it. It's hard to grow, expand, unless you buying into it.
Unless you making the type of content that's already going viral. like I was talking to bro, like we're like right now we're trying to figure out just different thumbnails and trying to tweak little things. Like we got a new logo, kind of just trying to improve the quality on some stuff.
A new logo.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that one?
This is the new logo.
Oh, okay.
So I think last time you were on, we had the red one. So it was that one.
Switching shit around. Oh, okay.
This is all new.
That is new.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing that for like a year maybe.
haven't?
I
Oh
haven't?
wait, you seen the black and white version?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I have been.
That was the black and white version. We, you know what I'm saying? We tweaked it up. We started with the red color.
That's hard.
We're on the blue now. So I'm actually about to drop these shirts too. But so
I like that one. Blue.
appreciate it. So just like just trying out different things. Like even with the YouTube algorithm, like we're saying, like a lot of people right now are even using the same style thumbnails. They're using like the same kind of clickbait titles.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So like you said, I feel like doing unique stuff on there. Like I don't know if it's the best platform to like go viral with a new thing. Maybe it's like TikTok or Instagram is a place to go up and then people come to your YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do see that like kind of a lot of like people copying each other on YouTube.
It is. That's what makes it's watered down. Really, it's like I see the same 6 type of videos up there every time I go up there. And that just gets boring. When there's a lot of podcasts, a lot of other streaming, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of platforms up there, but it's overlooked because YouTube just, I don't know if I want to call it like shadow banning everybody else, but they just post what they got the most traction and then everything else kind of falls second to it.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're not really getting looked at for real, it's hard for people to see you in the future if you're not already getting like looked at right now.
That and even like I think down to like the stuff they like allow to monetize, kind of be weird. Like certain people like will like for petty shit will get their accounts banned or
Yeah, for sure.
demonetized. So that I think we still have a long way to go as far as like just like who our target demographics are. Like not everything is for kids. So if we doing a podcast and we're up here fucking cursing and smoking and whatever, like obviously we're not really trying to target it to kids.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are you trying to block that ad revenue that you can get from other adults that are watching this type of shit? Like,
Yeah.
So it's like,
I feel,
that goes into. I mean, I've been saying that for a while. Like, why? I feel like even in hip hop, like a lot of times the target demographic is kids, and that's just weird to me. Like, I feel like it doesn't have to be that way.
When it's so vulgar, like it's such a vulgar culture. Hip hop, rap, it's cursing every 3 or 4 words. So it's like one of those things. Like it's not really too kid friendly anyway. It's barely there. They didn't have all the colors and like fun looking videos where kids are sliding down slides in some of the hip hop videos. Then they do bring the aesthetic in and make it fun. But
You said sliding off slides?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Like some videos where, okay, like Ludacris back in the day or Missy videos where they had like
more animated.
Yeah, more scenes that just like, was not directly about the song, but it just colored up the video. So it was like, it painted it very well.
Yeah.
Stuff like Busta Rhymes videos and stuff like, I'm trying to think now because there's a lot of creative videos. Man, even I hate to even say it, but like even 6ix9ine videos, like
the
some of those
colorful
are like,
aspect of it.
They're just live.
You think he ever is going to have another run? Or it's over with for him?
I don't know, bro.
Maybe
Might
some of
be
the things
over.
like with time, people just going to forget like a new, you know what I'm saying? The new kids, like, you know what? Fuck it.
Because he's talented. He's very great at like captivating the moment and just like doing dumb shit and knowing that you're going to be watching him if he just does even dumber shit than what he's doing now. You're just going to be watching him. And he knows that. So he just does dumb shit now. I don't know. Periodically every 3 months, every season, he's just like, here's one dumb thing now. Before it was like an abundance of it. That was overstamp his mark in the industry. Like, this is who I am. I'm known for doing dumb shit ass nigga. This is me. But now it's like, since he's well known at doing the dumb shit, he's just like
oh, now it's like,
yeah, he's seasoning it down.
He got to come out in some suits or some shit, being mad or like professional.
Yeah, he does. I've seen him in the suit too, though. That's just like a couple times, like, and I've been like, yo, bro, really?
All right, so we kind of bouncing around a little bit. I do want to. Okay, so you just got back from a tour?
Yeah.
We can go into that a little bit. And okay, like for people that are watching, like Coop was on episode 35. Super early on. We were talking about it earlier a little bit. Like, bro, like I feel like I was extra ass in the early days. Like he caught me super early. So I do kind of want this episode to be like a standalone thing. Like kind of go into all that. So yeah, we could bounce around a little bit. So what tour did you just get back from? I know you've been on a few tours.
Yeah, so we Tori just dropped the album, but the tour that we was just on wasn't based on the album.
What's his new album called?
Sorry for What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But we went on tour based on like, just all the hits basically. Doing festivals, little festival run. Because it is that season for like just festivals and especially since the world opening back up. Because I remember last time we was on the podcast,
it was like
we did this video, it was kind of closed off.
That's what we're talking about. Actually, we were saying that's why Clubhouse was such a hit because everybody was fucking inside. Like,
you said that. You did say that.
Okay.
You said that.
I'll take that credit down.
You said that. I remember that.
Yeah, okay. So
it don't even sound like some shit I would say.
You hitting the festivals, you know what I'm saying? What are some festivals you at?
We went to we went to Rolling Loud. Did a couple Canadian festivals. Canada really rock with Tori. So we've been doing a lot of Canadian stuff. Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal a couple times. Out there with the French people. It's bittersweet, man.
Yeah.
It's cool going to Canada or these other countries when they understand what the hell you're talking about. But then when you go to like France or you go to like Germany and then you give them an English sentence and you just a simple one too, and you expect them to just get it. And nah, they don't understand that shit. They
You sound like just like talking to people like after the show or something like.
Yeah, all that shit. Going to a restaurant after the show or before a show, hungry as hell, and just I want a number 2.
Do you find that people that don't speak the language, do they be knowing the songs though?
Yeah,
they sing the lyrics. Like,
yes, they know it word for word.
That's interesting.
And I'd be like, wow. You really just leapfrog with us on the stage, but now you can't hold a conversation with us at McDonald's.
Yeah, like that's
crazy.
Funny. I'll be thinking too. It's like a very big feat at these festivals where you have thousands of people.
Yeah.
To keep everybody safe, to have some type of organization, safety plan. Like, I feel like that's the kind of like a slept on aspect of these big ass shows.
For sure.
Because it's like super easy for things to go wrong in a big ass crowd. So to keep, to keep that vibe right and to keep it an enjoyable night, that's like, it's not an easy thing to do, I don't think.
That's why you got security paid to do that, because that ain't my job. My job is to go up there, play the piano, get off stage. I'm done.
You see anybody get like tackled or anything?
Yeah, plenty of people.
Like while you're up there, bro?
Tackled, people falling out, people getting tossed out the crowd, all type of stuff. Yeah, plenty of times. I've been doing it since 2015. So the last 8 years, touring. So the last 8-9 years, really, just been watching people get drugged out of crowds and people getting water thrown on them, stuff like that. It's just crazy.
Would you say that's like your kind of like your main source of income is the touring right at this moment?
I mean, really, bro, it's the back ends off of like records I produced on. That stuff kind of went up and still getting plays too. Like, it's weird about the plays because, like, they always say you get like a little 2 years in the industry, dog. Like, your 2-year grace period. You got 2 years to really survive, to really make your name pop, for people to actually click on to you and then recognize you and actually stay latched on for a second. You got 2 years. And if you can get past that 2-year quota.
Come out that initial point?
Yeah. So if you come out initially and then, boom, you serve your 2 years. If you can make it past that, you're in the game for a hot minute. And that means you're going to be solidified for a while. It's not like you was just here, do your little album, and then you had 2 hits that the people liked, and then they didn't care about you no more. Now it's just like, when you pass that 2-year mark, you good. So when I passed my 2-year mark, I was like, yeah. And when I was with Tori and watching him pass his 2-year mark, because we always talk about that, like, sometimes in touring, you like to stay up on game. It's not like we just going out there smoking every day and just performing. It's like you got to be strategic. You got to be really business-minded. And knowing what's going on with the business and how that's rolling around you, and not just out there just for the benefit of it, but knowing how to operate it, how to stay in it, how to keep it going next time, stuff like that.
What are some things you think you learned kind of just on going on all these tours? Well, first, also, is it exhausting? Do you come home like fucking exhausted?
Yeah, bro, it's tiring. Especially like some tours differ. Like if you're not really flying a lot and you're doing a lot of just tour bus riding, that's cool. It's smooth. You're just riding on the bus. But some tours you go on, you're flying, you're jet to jet, each city or each country. I know in Europe it's like, I don't know, 30-something countries. So I may be wrong. But it's a lot of countries, way more countries than it is over here in North America.
Yeah,
Like
that, yeah.
as a whole. But like flying to each country, and literally because they're so small, it's like 30-minute to an hour flight, and you're in the next country, and so on and so on.
Yeah, a lot of countries, like I know in Boston, like it's like 5-6 hours drive. It's
For
like
sure.
it's like driving to like New York. You'll be in a whole different country.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
would
I'm
know.
saying? Like, yeah.
For sure. You would know. But yeah, it's just like, that's tiring. It's exhausting. I have to wake up in the morning, have to get on the plane, check in the airport and stuff, do all the precautionary stuff before arrivals and departures. And it's a drag, like then you got to check into your hotel. You got like maybe 2 or 3 hours to nap before rehearsal. And then after that, you probably got like maybe an hour to nap after rehearsal, between rehearsal and show. If you're an artist that you're performing for is big, like he's headlining or she's headlining, it's like one of those things where you get some time after the rehearsal to like crash. Like if you're performing for an artist that's like, he's the first or second person when the doors open.
You don't even have that time. No?
Yeah, it's like you barely got 30 minutes to even crash after the rehearsal, because y'all just rehearsal, you know what I'm saying?
How long are you usually rehearsing for like a big festival like that?
I mean, we normally rehearse for about an hour. Sometimes if we're just performing the same set, same songs that we did like a couple shows ago, and we know it's like, yo, this is from the last show, then we just keep it the same. But if we change anything, sometimes we do change stuff. We had some festival shows this year out Barbados and Jamaica, Montego Bay and all that stuff. So those, we changed the set, more island, island vibes, give them the more guitar vibes, stuff they like to hear. Stuff like Love and some toy records that's just, big.
Yeah, so I guess like when you're doing like a tour and you're doing kind of these same songs, you're doing them differently. Like some nights, like even kind of just probably to.
Oh, you talking about like playing?
Yeah, like might just tweaking it a little bit, even like to make it fun for yourself, probably.
I really do it as a sport, bro. Like I be trying to challenge myself. I'm online, YouTube almost every day, watching different pianists and organists just snap, and they're just like, wow, it's so inspirational to the point where every performance I hit the stage, I'm like, what can I do differently that I didn't do last time that I can do this time? That's like, not so much of like the fans is going to hear this or recognize this, but it's like, for myself, what is it going to take for me to like change my performance up? What can I do to change my chords up, how I play, all that stuff? I love the challenge of it, and I love not even so much of like people coming to you and be like, oh, I noticed this and that you did on stage live or whatever, but more so of, I'm advancing each show. So if I do 30 shows in 2 months, then that's a lot of advancing, bro. That's a lot of growth from when it was when I started.
Yeah, like that kind of even goes back to what we were saying about the podcast earlier. It's like with time, you like just get better.
Yeah, because we advance both as people. Like we both growing as people in the last 2 years, maybe.
Has it been 2 years?
It feel like 2 years.
Something like that. Yeah.
It definitely feels like 2 years. But we've been growing. You've been studying every day. I've been studying. Yeah, of course.
Are you recording yourself? Is there like are you recording your live sets? Or are you going back and studying them in any way or stuff like that?
See, me personally, I'm not recording it because there's a lot going on, to where I have to do like just a lot of being attentive to what's going on during the set. I don't have a third arm, but I'm about to get into fraction of having GoPros and stuff like that around. try
Is
to
that
get
is that more for the documentation aspect or kind of just to study yourself?
Really both. I like to film myself to like, just to make sure like, let me see where I messed up at. So next time I played that part, I can fix that, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to do it just to go back over it, just watch yourself and, just make sure everything is just intact with your performance. I might post some footage. Some stuff deserve to go on TikTok and, video.
Yeah, I think it's important to watch your stuff. To watch your own stuff. Because sometimes in the moment you don't really know.
Do you do that?
I think it's very key. Some key to my growth in the podcasting is just the fact that I edited it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually studying my own shit like every time.
Yeah.
So every time I might go edit, okay, I don't like when I'm doing that, or then I might improve on that or change that up. Like, so I think and sometimes even vice versa. Sometimes I've done episodes before where in the moment it's like was that an awkward, like we'll finish like, yo, was that an awkward episode or was that like you don't really know. Then I go back next day edit like, no, that was actually fire. So it's sometimes in the moment when you're in that zone, it's like it's hard to tell sometimes. So I think people like that's kind of goes for any sport, anything like that's why even people watch their highlights in football and what I'm saying, boxing like
yeah, definitely.
Like yeah.
So they can get better, watch their mistakes. Do you edit like by yourself or do you edit like with their homies?
I usually edit by myself.
Like by yourself
The
in
podcast?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I usually edit in the morning when I wake up.
Oh wow. Yeah,
get real high.
Yourself. You better be by yourself.
Edit that shit.
7:30 editing the.
Karen like, yo, bro, it's 6 in the morning. I'm not even trying to edit that shit right now, bro. Like, I got a little system with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's nice.
So yeah, okay. So growth with time. You know what I'm saying? That's like a given. Like there's no way around. There's no cheat code to getting better at stuff. You literally just got to put the time in.
You really just got to put the time in.
That's it. And like okay. So I think if I remember correctly, you were playing in church coming up. Maybe kind of just back up a little bit. Coming up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? How the music into your life. And then I know you said you and Tori ran into each other at the damn Guitar Center, right?
Yeah.
So maybe kind of get into that a little bit.
That's crazy how you just remember all that. Just off cue.
I remember a couple of things. I don't remember everything we said.
I was just talking to somebody last month about the same, like, how that whole ordeal happened. And to look back on it now, it's like, I didn't realize it back then, but it's like some random artist new to the industry just noticed me off of, like, it's black kids in the store playing the piano.
I'm trying to think, how big was he at the time, though?
He just dropped Say It maybe 4 or 5 months before that. Yeah. So it just was heard on the radio maybe a month in. So I was catching him when he was fresh. And that's another blessed thing. Like, a lot of time as producers or as, like, engineers and people that work on production, we try to pitch music to the artists when it's really best to do it when they're early. You want to do it when they're not as seasoned, when they're willing to just like pay for whatever. They'll pay you for your service when they need it. They're not too big-headed or anything like that. Those type of artists. And I'm just blessed to have ran across him, or he ran across me when he was just now getting started. It was beautiful. Because then he was able to respect my craft while he's going in there looking for mic shit, as opposed to him going in there looking for mic shit and then, like, being big-headed A-list celebrity, overlooking the fact that it's this guy playing the piano. No matter to him. He's rich. He don't care about that. He's just trying to get his stuff and get out of there. So it's just that's I'm grateful for that. Being able to be noticed in the store while the man's is like, as humble as he is and was. Just to notice and be like, yeah, okay.
Did he tell you, was it just your skill level that kind of made him want to fuck with you, or was it like after, like, you as a person, like after y'all had a conversation, or did you ever kind of talk about that? Like, what was it really about you that like stood out to him?
No, it was really like my persona, my demeanor. I'm not really I know it's different shades of people, but like I'm not really the happy fan run up to the celebrity type and, oh my God, like, I'm a big fan. I've been a fan of yours since I was a kid, yada, yada. I'm not that type of person. So he just likes the fact that I got a chill demeanor. Really just
He's like,
Laid
yeah,
back,
I can
bro.
spend a month with him on tour. He ain't gonna be no.
Yeah, bro. Plenty of mornings we done smoke together. It's been chill. Like how you would imagine to be chill with the homies if you got some chill homies. Not the homies that be doing too much, but the ones that be chill.
Okay, so he sees you in Guitar Center. I kind of want to just back up a little bit. And we can get to that moment in Guitar Center. Like, okay, so coming up, that was your introduction to playing piano. Was in the church? Or-
Yeah, in the church. Well, yeah, kind of like side influence from different classical teachers. My mom knew because she played the piano, and she put me on with a lot of classical teachers, 3 or 4 of them, in this area too, Hampton, downtown Newport News. One was up there by Mitchfield, so uptown, Yorktown. A couple different older people that taught me like
classical. That's
yeah.
like, is that like is Bach?
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's
I don't know what I'm
like
talking about, but yeah,
it's just
all
like
I know is that name.
Yeah,
Like,
you know them 4 block chord style songs, and it has like random.
be like 20-minute songs, no vocals.
Yeah, going crazy.
But yeah, okay. So your mom's your mom's putting you on.
Yeah, she put me on with that, and then it was just up from there, dog. I think what happened, like what really sparked the lightning in it, or just like a little jump start, was I was at church and I got smoke for this one.
Do your thing.
I was at church and I'm playing the piano right, random Sunday morning.
Where how old are you at this point?
I think I'm like 9 or 10, maybe. It was like kind of like 5th grade-ish. Yeah, like 9 or 10. But I'm at church playing, and I think we're playing like Lean On, like a real simple song, Lean On Me. And I'm only playing like just like how it goes. I can't even play the chords or whatever because I'm not there yet. So I'm getting critiqued on by some church members talking to my mom, or actually talking to a next member of the church. But I overhear it. I tell my mom about it. And it's like, ever since then.
They were saying you was trash or something?
Yeah. So it was like, they was like, yeah, I don't think your son's really
He ain't cut out for this.
equipped for this position. But, you know what I'm saying? We're going to try to give him some chances. I think she was talking to the director of the choir, which was my godmom. So it's like, I still stayed up there and played the whole time. It's just that, just to hear those words while you trying to get better at like your craft, when you trying to show the world that you can do this, you trying to prove to everybody that like, this is my, source of income, or this is like how I'm going to get by, or how I'm going to make music. I want to make music and I'm going to do it right. But then if you're trying to like do it right and then you mess up, it's like some people don't allow room for error.
I mean, you were like a 10-year-old kid at the time.
Yeah, but you're growing up, bro. You're growing up in a black church. Everything in a black church is like competition. Like not even like to separate this from any other race, but like when you're growing up around like Baptist or Pentecostal, them type of churches is like everything is a competition. You can have 2 people playing the piano or 2 people playing an instrument, like y'all competing. And it's sad to say, I'm not trying to compete with nobody, but that's the stature and nature in a church.
Even in church, though. Yeah, okay.
It's crazy. That'd be the first place it happened.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's like you want everybody, I guess, in the church, you want everybody that's on the, the choir and stuff, like to be good. You want to play great music. So if there's like, I'm just trying to be the kind of devil's advocate. Like, it's funny, we're talking about the church, the devil's advocate, but it's like the person that was saying that about your 10-year-old self.
Yeah.
Maybe they were like, we got a kid up here. Maybe we actually can't find somebody better right now to play this music.
But
that's almost like, it was like shitting on your potential though at the time. Like, it sounded like that's what gave you the drive though too.
Yeah, it pushed me. That's the thing. Like it gave me that spark, and it's like it's not so much of like I was gonna leave after hearing those remarks, but it just dampened my spirit. Like, wow, I've been really trying, and this is what they think about my progress, or what I thought was progress at the moment. So it just pushed me.
From that point, you started fucking
practicing
more and shit.
Yeah.
And when did you stop playing in church, or are you still playing in church?
I'm still playing in church, bro.
Same church?
Mm-mm. You had to leave some silence for that.
Yeah.
But nah, I play in the church, North Carolina, so I don't even play here no more. Nowhere in Virginia.
Yeah.
Got to move on, get on with life, dog. And then I'm playing for people that know my worth. It's not really a question of debate of like how much I need to get paid on a Sunday now. It's kind of like, yeah, this guy's worth a lot, so we got to pay this guy.
So you're making that trip to North Carolina every Sunday?
Every Sunday when they have revivals throughout the week. My uncle's the pastor. Whenever he go preach somewhere, yeah, be at church.
What role does that play in your life right now? Does that feel like, is that like kind of bigger than the money for you? Is that like kind of keep you?
You know what's crazy?
Tapped into, you know what I mean? Like,
that's a good question,
playing in
bro. I really don't even go to church for the bread. Like I go for, like I need that healing experience maybe once a week at least, because it's just so rough that it's like I gotta have like a reset, a check-in. My friend's outside.
Oh, you wanna grab her?
Yeah, I gotta have like a check-in, a reset, something to like, calm me down after having a week full of stress or talking to people, some people that just annoyed my soul. Just a reset. I don't want to enter the next week or the weeks following with a nasty mind. I want to, be kind of positive. I want to enter Monday smooth and lightly. I don't want to enter it, oh man, I was tired of all that crap last week and just, all the negativity. Try to avoid that.
Yeah, I love the idea of like church and even like mosques and stuff. Like I didn't really go like that coming up. Like there's actually a mosque out here somewhere, like, but we didn't really go to it. Like I usually go when we were in Bosnia. But I just like that it's like that sense of community, being in the same place with people that kind of are on the same page as you, and y'all there for a reason bigger than all of y'all, and that's just like a cool feeling to me. Like, so you feel like even if you were like super rich right now, you would still make time to play in church.
I would have to go to church, and even if I wasn't even playing. Like if I just was going to a church, or if I was at LA and I had just entered a new church and they had musicians already, and I wasn't going for that, I would sit there, enjoy the experience, worship God, listen to the songs they sing, listen to the word, keep it pushing, because I gotta have that in my life at least once a week, at least.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, you got you can sit right there. Yeah, you good. You have you played? You go to churches when you're like out of the country anywhere? You been to some?
Nah, haven't even thought of it.
Yeah,
it's so complicated just to go to like the gas station and the convenience store and talk to a foreigner.
Backwoods. Let me get some.
You talk about going to a church full of like 50 to 300 people.
Yeah. All right, so you playing in the church. What was kind of the next level of progression for you? Was it like was it straight from there to producing for people, or what was kind of the next thing?
Well, when you put it in words, yeah, from there to producing for people, yeah, it's pretty much.
Were you dropping your own? Because I know you drop Manifestation. You have like a beat album out right now. Instrumental. Is it called an instrumental album? Instrumental album. Were you doing those before you started producing for others, or?
Yeah, of course. Like, I feel like those are practice, and it's like warming up for me before I want to pitch music to artists. I try to make sure my product is 100%, and then I'm like, okay, once I feel confident enough in it, something I made, I'm like, cool. But I gotta feel comfortable. I gotta go through the trial.
What was your first project?
I think I dropped something on SoundCloud where I was like remixing or sampling beats, but old school beats But when I do it now, of course, it's like hits way harder. But back then it was just the mixing was horrible. A lot of error, like a lot of it. I never did anything stupid where as mixing the sample and having a sample and the instruments I'm adding to it in a different key. I don't do nothing crazy like that, but some beats that I've created just, I don't know, they didn't make sense. It just was not my style. But not every beat that I make is going to be something that I like. I feel like sometimes you just got to create something just to hear how certain sounds collab with each other. Not so much of like, I'm going to sell this, but this and that sound good. So
I feel like sometimes it's cool to like create stuff that's not even gonna come out just to create something. Sometimes you just want to get that energy out. Like, gotta make something. Like,
that's why I said warming up, because really warming up, like, it's practice.
so you're known in high school as like a producer. You produce for people in high school.
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
It ain't happened for real until I was like grown. And I was like, oh wow, this guy really like making some sounds. But I think I didn't get really recognized in the area until about 18, 19. So it took a little minute.
What was that first like recognition? Like, what do you think it was?
So I tried to like work on my promotion and connecting with artists in the area so I can expand like how I want my music to go and what artists I want to work with. So people like Stretch Dollars, Twan Gotti, Rick Rogers.
We gotta get into that too. Shout out to Twan. I know y'all just did a song recently.
Yeah. We just did a whole tape, actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was like a little 6-song tape.
I didn't even know it was a tape.
Yeah, it's fire.
So you're making connections with people.
But yeah, just connecting with artists out here so I can expand. So I can just like, I'm working with this artist, and then when they go perform somewhere around here, that many more people is just hearing my music just because their song is on my production. Then
You seen the little combo I had with Twan Gotti?
Yeah, I seen pieces of it.
Bro, I would get so weak when I watch that shit. Like, just because I was so oblivious to who he was, and he was being super cool about
Yeah,
it.
you didn't know.
And like,
I didn't even want to tell you. I just,
what do you mean?
like I know who he is. I don't want to.
What do you mean? When did you not want to tell me? What do you mean?
When I'd seen that you was like, you and him was talking, because I got tagged into it a couple times.
Oh, you were in the live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fam. He sent me the live, and it, was I in the live? Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, yeah.
Man, yes. People be sending me lives like we put on socks.
That was probably one of the first initial, because now when we get on live, it happens all the time, but that was the first time where we'll get on live and it was just people from around the world tuning in. It was people from like different countries, like different states on that very live. I talked to like 7-8 people that day.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So he joined, you know what I'm saying? I got hip, you know what I'm saying? Tell your story a little bit. Hopefully, I think we're gonna do like an official convo when he gets out.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, like okay, so I know you guys just did a project.
Yeah.
What was that? What's that called?
I think it's Goof to Troop or something like that. It's spelled weird, but yeah, it's on every streaming platform. 6-song EP. You know, if you like trap music, you like all the Atlanta sounding music. Well, Virginia sounding music, but he has like sound like, he's one of them artists that sound like a lot of different people. He got a flow that's his, but it kind of matches.
He got his own sound a little bit.
He do.
His new, I feel like the new music he's making is better than his old music.
Yeah, for sure. And the production is way greater than.
Yeah, like he did a song on my boy TC beat. Yeah. Kind of soon after that.
That's another thing. He's working with almost every producer I know out here. Like he's really going down the list.
Yeah, he tapping in with.
That's amazing.
How'd you guys get connected?
We got connected through Stretch Dollars. Me and Stretch was locked up.
So this is before he got locked up.
Yeah, this is like 2000. It's like 2012 or 13, way back in the day. But yeah, we linked up and they introduced me and brought me around, and I'm going out 36th Street and Marshall Courts, and just like watching them make beats in their cribs, and it's like, wow, this is.
Was that time where it was like kind of his peak, where he was really like, he was going up at that time, like on YouTube and shit.
He was probably the most well-known rapper in Newport News, at least 2012, for sure. And before all the,
Bro, it's crazy how we have these fucking like legends in the city. Like I be saying that too. Like I was saying on the thing on the episode with Alonda. Like it's like we hit a ceiling for some reason. It's like other places. Like if there was if we were all in LA right now, and we kind of got to the same level that we are got in this city in LA, it's like you'd be nationwide. It's like certain these other places just have. I don't know if they get more. I don't know if they're more credible or like people are just looking that way more or expecting shit to come out of them areas. I don't know. I don't really know what it is.
I feel like it's probably because it's more money in those areas. Like
For investors, for businesses and shit.
Yeah. Especially the areas that's well populated, super metropolitan cities. Yeah. That's just my opinion though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you coming up, you playing in church, you started producing for people. How old were you when the Tory Lanez when you guys met at the Guitar Center?
Age?
Yeah.
24, 23.
What was your life kind of like in that moment? Was it like was shit going smooth? Was that like a turnaround where you like not expecting that? Like what? Like were you feeling like how were you feeling before that happened? Were you like discouraged that week and that kind of was just like a blessing out of nowhere that turned things around, or were you already kind of feeling good? Were you in a good space already like during that time?
I was working at a warehouse and shit, like in North Carolina, and dealing with like racism, like on the job racism. And I don't think I can say like it was a good time. That was pretty like shitty. Even though I was making money, it was like I got to deal with certain shit in order to make bread, and it's not even enough to say it's worth it. So when that type of opportunity just presents itself, I'm all open doors. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And then it's a no-brainer. I'm gone. I'm going with that because that's a better decision. I feel like that can really excel, like, where I want to go. Because sometimes people be working on art and then having a job, and sometimes you got a lot of time you can't really work on your art for real because you're working a job. And I feel like when I just made the decision to just work on this and do it full time, it worked, man. It has its up and downs, of course, just like everything, but it's well worth it over dealing with racism at a job or getting paid or being underpaid, not getting paid what you're worth. It's well deserved what I do and what I get. It's cool.
Yeah, to me, like making a living off your art, like even not being like before you get rich or whatever, like I feel like that's already success. Like, do you feel like successful? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't feel
just the fact
though.
that you're doing music full time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
I know it's levels to ghost though. I'm sure you have more goals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you feel like this is a new plateau? Like, okay, like I'm living off of this shit at this point. Like,
yeah, for sure. I'm doing a lot of like shit people do on their jobs, like on a regular, getting new cribs, new cars, totaling cars, getting new cars. I've been doing a lot of adult shit.
what kind of car did you total?
I totaled my Mercedes.
Damn,
S-Class.
Sheesh.
Yeah. The one I drove over here last time, I think. Or no, I drove a Volkswagen.
I might have
Or
seen that
BMW.
at your crib that when we shot the 757 segment. That was fun.
Yeah. That's one, yeah.
So you feel like it feels more special to you at this point, like because it is your way to make a living. So it's like your livelihood. It's fucking. Do you find the business of it affecting the creative process at all?
I mean, sometime, like on tour, definitely, because you got to spend a lot of time with the business, as opposed to rehearsing and trying to get in your bag, trying to do what you do on a regular. You got to make time for other things. So, it kind of does affect the process. But on free time, well, I feel like if you make time for it, it's going to fit in the schedule.
Creating.
Yep. Because you have to. Sometimes you have to treat it like a job, even though it don't seem like it. Because, you can pop your laptop open, edit shit. It's easy because you do it all the time. But it's a job. It's like
You got to be professional with it. Like,
yeah, you really got to treat it like that. You got to make a schedule, just like a job. Like they put you on a schedule, and you come in certain hours. It's a job. That's how I treat it.
I was watching this video where they were kind of talking about like getting in. I think they called it like a flow state or like a zone, like a flow zone. Like when you're like creative, when you're being creative, it's like you kind of get into this zone where kind of like nothing else exists, and you're just kind of just focusing on that, right? Like super attentive to it.
Yeah.
But they were talking about like some, excuse me, like some different things that are key to getting in that zone. And it was like I forgot what all of them were, but one of them was failure. Like being aware that you can fail and that failure is a possibility and that it matters and you don't want to fail. That's part of what makes you get in that zone and go crazy. Like,
absolutely.
So I think when stuff really becomes like in the beginning when you're just creating, it's like you can't really fail. You didn't even pop yet. Like you're not even successful yet. So what are you gonna? You have nothing to lose. Like you didn't come up yet. So there's really nothing to lose. You're just creating whatever. But like, does that affect it all? Like when you start getting these more accomplishments and you're making money with it now, like does it start feeling like, okay, like I have something to lose now? Like is that like a new challenge you have to face? Like, you know what I mean?
I think like if you don't focus so much on like losing or like losing like, as far as like what you've gained, and treating it more of like losing like in your craft, like, letting yourself down, like how you perform or how you walk throughout life. When you let yourself down, I feel like that failure is more, it causes more pain, leaves more of a stain than if you lose, like, just stuff that you win, stuff that you gain, stuff like that. I just feel like, every time, like when I'm playing or like, for example, if I'm playing a piano or I'm doing like anything like that, like I love to do, I mess up sometime and I feel like I let myself down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I try to not make a mistake in that point, but then I do. So then it's like that type of stuff, focusing on that. That's what I worry about when it comes to like failure. Because to me, that's what I feel like sometimes when I'm practicing. I miss certain keys and stuff like that. And it's like, now what am I going to do but it pushes me. It's like reverse psychology. It's just like, okay, this happened. It pushed me back a couple steps, but then it kind of sprung me forward too. Like
that lets me know to kind of just keep keep the craft the main thing, and like that's really all you can control is your craft and how well you do it and how much you practice, and like that's really, I guess, maybe like like all that's in your control. Like that's what matters most to you.
Facts. That's exactly. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so I was gonna ask you too, when you're going on like these tours in different places, what are you doing, if anything, to I know you're out there with touring and stuff, but like, are you doing stuff to grow your brand out there? Are you trying to make connections with people, or like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
The last 3 tours, I think I had me and my manager go out there, and we had merch, took a box of merch out there, different Coop Chardonnay stuff, tank tops, hoodies, sweaters, jerseys, and shirts, and track pants. And we just sold a couple of those. Like, I've been on that for a while, the last 2 years. I just figured out, well, me and my sister, she really just figured out a way to, like, design on, print on like, the shirts, where it doesn't, like, mess up if you, like, wash it or anything like that.
That's on, like, DTG?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we just did, yeah.
But she got, like, the big 5 or 6K machine, printing machine, and
I was talking to this lady that does our shit about the embroidery machines. Them just like $50,000, bro.
shit's expensive.
But yeah, so you selling merch out there?
Yeah, I just I'm about to re-release it like next month, at least by like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Got some new shit coming out.
So that's kind of, is that one of like the only things you did? Can you going out there and trying to sell merch, meet people, talk to people, and
but because like now, like when we're on stage, it's like a lot of cameras, a lot of footage, especially live during a performance. So I'm always wearing merch for some reason. I don't know why, but I always have on like a Coop Chardonnay shirt or joggers or something, hat. But people be coming to me and being like, where can I get that hoodie or where can I get that jacket? And I'm like, yeah, my sister right here, she got it. My sister make all the sales and keep it pushing.
Are you trying to make music with like local artists in these different places? Are you trying? Is that important to you?
That's a thing. That's really a thing. Like, even when I travel to London and Germany, I make music with the artists out there too. So that's really a thing. I got a few artists that's in London that's like up for awards. I produce some records.
All right.
And it's nice, you know, but they're putting in work. I definitely do that when I try to make that connection when I go out, because they don't know me out there. So you got to make yourself known. Especially if you're going to travel, you really have to make yourself known. Not just go to the city and just like chill at the hotel and leave.
Yeah, I feel like kind of even doing this, I've noticed that there's like different scenes like in all cities like this. So it's like, I think it's smart, especially since you're already there, you're going to these places, like it's for anybody really just to tap in with people at your level in these different scenes.
You got to connect.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
got to.
Because I'm sure there's even probably there's markets in all these places you've been that don't even know Tory. So you could tap into new markets that he's not even on.
Yeah.
And even maybe put that market on his shit or the stuff y'all made or whatever. Like,
You're definitely right. It definitely works like that. Like,
yeah.
We've had times where, I've had a peak in my sales. Like, a couple of times he's posted me, like, on his story or whatever.
In your merch sales?
Mm-hmm. And I've had on my outfit or whatever, we're talking or whatever, or something crazy. But then, like, people's DM me crazy, like, how do I get this? Where do I get that? And I'm sending them to the shop and, you know, connecting the dots. It be working, though.
What was that shit y'all did in that, like, the video was, like, in a bedroom? Like, a live performance in, like, some bedroom-looking shit?
Oh,
that looked crazy. Like, even the editing was just...
I think that's
crazy.
Playboy Live.
Oh, yeah? You know what I'm talking about,
I think it's Playboy, his album. But we did a live version.
Yeah, that shit was
acoustic, guitar, and, you know, you have to have a guitar. Like, shout out Todd. You got to have a acoustic guitar in there.
Okay, so Manifestation.
Yeah.
That's your new album?
Yeah.
Did you approach that one any different? What's that mean to you? Yeah, like, what's...
So that album, like, all the instrumentation I kind of made after my father passed. So it was like...
I was going to ask you that, too. I didn't remember if that came out before your dad had passed or after.
But, I mean, I sat on it for, like, a year. So I didn't drop it till last year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, kind of like I was in a little dark period. So expressing my music, pain, and all that stuff. It came out dope, though. Like, I sat on it for a while. Like, I didn't even know if I wanted to release it because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like some things isn't ready. You know, sometimes you want to sit on music, especially when it's something like you made it during a certain period and just put it in a folder and zipped it up. Then I'm like, at some point, I'm like, let me just drop it because it need to be heard. And it matches the background for the
Earth.
Really, like...
Oh, yeah, matter of fact, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Is it the same exact one, or is it just like same concept?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
It really does.
So, do you think that album helped you heal in any way, or like what was it? Yeah, like what? How do you think your dad's passing affected you? Like, are you like you feel like you're still processing that, or like?
I feel like I'm daily processing it, but I mean, just listening to it, like it helped me like sleep. Like some nights, have been kind of hard to sleep. Like maybe 6 or 7 months ago, I just got comfortable with everywhere I go, just like going home or going to a hotel. I just crash. I'm good at it now. But like, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, dog, like it was hard. It was complicated to try to like rest and not think about like, dang, it'd be nice to talk to my dad today, or if he would have seen me at church play like this, because he always used to cheer me on. Like, he was the first person to, like, in my life, the first person to be like stuck in the room with me while I'm playing trash at the piano and just sit there like that. Some people be like,
say trash, just be like, just let you keep going.
Yeah, like not say nothing,
Keep
just
on your own, like
yeah,
shit.
and I'm playing shit, like playing straight shit.
But even to him, probably like, even that was probably enjoyable. Even if you
Yeah.
playing trash, like you enjoying yourself.
But
You know what I'm
looking
saying?
back on it, it's like, how do you put up with that? I hear my little cousin now.
I mean, that's his
play,
son having
like,
fun, like, you know what I'm saying?
I be hearing my little cousin now playing, and he's just like going crazy, and I'm just like, how did my dad put up with me doing this at this age? He was the same. I was the same age, 4 or 5, just banging on pianos. Like, how do you put up with that? He just sat there.
I think it's one of those things, like with your kids, like you don't have kids, right?
Nah, I don't.
I want to ask you that too. Like, what is your thoughts on having your own family at this point? Because I know, like, kind of for me, I don't know, like, you can tell me how you look at it. Like, for me, it's kind of like I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I'm not even thinking about that right now. My mom is always reminding me that don't wait too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To start a family, to do all that thing. Like,
Well, how old are you?
I'm 27.
I mean,
I just turned 27.
I don't feel like you need to start one now.
Yeah.
You still got some time to, like, not play, but you got some time to enjoy life, because you don't want to get to that point deep in the marriage where you're just like, dang, I wish I had a little bit more time to do this before I got married, or regrets.
Yeah, I think she come from kind of that. I mean, I think it was out here like that too, more back in the day. But like in Bosnia, people getting married early. Like, matter of fact, even to this day, like when I got cousins that are 20, 21,
Get married
and shit. Like,
Damn.
it's a different thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you think about that? Like, where's your importance on that? Like,
Nah, I just feel like when you meet the right person, kind of like old standards.
like you can't force that shit. Like,
I don't like forcing it.
they say love finds you.
Exactly.
We gonna keep sticking to that road. Just keep working. Yeah, like, nah, but like, yeah, family, bro. Family, I feel like it's an important thing. Like, so you coming up, your dad watching you play, you trash. He ain't saying nothing about it. He like, I'm gonna just let him. Yeah, like, damn. I'm hot at this point. We're gonna let that breathe for a sec. Like, we touched on Clubhouse. It's not making a return. Are you on Twitch or anything? Any other apps?
I mean, I'm up there, but I'm not up there. Yeah.
We tried a Twitch thing out a couple times. We did 3 or 4 episodes. That was cool. I think we got like 7 followers on there.
Really?
You on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. Sure.
Yeah. I kind of refuse to get on there.
Why?
I don't know, bro. I'm still stuck on the thing, like, it's from China. Like, we shouldn't really be on it, because I think it was banned at one point when it first came out.
Yeah, you know how much stuff in this room
It's
is made in China?
They got a chip and everything.
And this is how your cup is?
Also, I mean, that's just kind of a joke, but like on a real thing with TikTok is like, it's it's not really catered in a way to where it cares about the creator. I don't think. It's more like, okay, it's a cool piece of content. Scroll past, I don't even give a fuck who made it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like they're building their platform, but at the same time, there's like, I don't know if they care about the creators like that. Like, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just slow to hop on the program, but I keep saying it's gonna die out. I don't know.
What if it wasn't even made to cater to the creators, for real? Or just like be like Wall Street, post shit, you know?
What do you mean?
Like how certain apps is designed, like what if it wasn't even designed to be that, you know, giving to the artists or creators or people that's putting out content, like more, I don't know, it's hard to put in words, like more just
What do you mean by Wall Street as an example?
like just posting stuff on a daily, you know what I'm saying? I feel like TikTok is like, it's like an explore page, like a big explore page. It's not really like a, they don't give out stuff for the artist, or, you know, I don't get paid on TikTok. You get paid on TikTok?
I'm not even on there, but they pay though, don't they? I heard people are getting paid off, right?
Do people get paid on TikTok?
I think they're paying. Yeah.
I don't get paid on TikTok.
Are you getting the IG real money?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I'm still eligible for that.
Really?
Yeah.
You got it set up as a business?
Yeah. It's a certain thing you got to do. We tried it. It's like, I don't think it's available for every account.
Really?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, you got more followers than us, so I think it probably has something to do with your followers and shit.
Not on Facebook, though.
Oh, you getting paid from Facebook, too?
Yeah.
From what, Reels or what?
Yeah.
Really?
Reels.
Yeah, I'm not hip. I don't think we're eligible yet.
From both. Both from Meta, whatever.
But it's funny. It's like there's these different platforms that people consume content at, and it's like they all kind of have their own way of like, we like consume content differently on different platforms. I just be thinking like, we can't be at the final stop yet. Like we probably ain't figure out really the best way to do it. That's why everybody's trying out different things. But it's like, I don't know. Even with the algorithm, like we talking about the YouTube algorithm, I think YouTube is pretty good. It kind of just shows you what you're into. Like if you're looking up cats, it's gonna show you a bunch of videos about cats.
I fuck with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I fuck with it. Like,
Yeah,
I be looking at videos of like musicians. So every day I wake up and get on YouTube, it just show me all type of musicians, performances, live shows, stuff like that. Because I be critiquing myself, but I be using like other people's performances to like, let me see what this person do during a solo, and then try to, you know, do that during a solo.
yeah.
Or something, like it gives me an idea, or like a spark, just like some help.
You be doing solos and shit at these festivals?
Yeah, for sure. I be snapping at these festivals.
I feel like I haven't seen that much. I haven't seen that much footage. Like you don't really post that much footage.
I don't, because I just have to work on that. It's hard.
Really,
to
I've
do
never
that.
seen you post like behind the scenes footage. Everything I've seen you post is like
live
the
show.
done
Yeah.
product like type thing. Like maybe I just miss it. I know you go live a lot. You be going live for like hours at a time,
Yeah.
like playing music and shit. Is that kind of just to try to build a connection with like the viewers and stuff, or?
Yeah, I mean, almost every time I go live, like, especially if I'm around here, people just like, oh, yo, you got studio time available? Or, yo, can I buy this beat or that beat? You trying to work on this right now? Blah, blah, blah. You got time? It's always building, like, you know, daily traction and, like, what's now. Because some people's looking for that. Or it pops up on your Instagram as soon as you go to the app and see, like, you know, first couple people that's doing something and somebody's live. You're just like, oh, let me see what this person's talking about.
I think that boy Mark Zuckerberg just came out and was like, if you're using social media just to consume content, you're missing out on the bigger aspect of it, which is to connect with people. Coming from Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of whatever, Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like that. I like that he said that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think for the last couple of years, we've kind of went into this kind of just belief that like the owners of these companies have evil intentions and stuff like that. But maybe we're just using it wrong. maybe we got stuck and hooked on like the corrupt aspect of it, or the you know what I'm saying, the wrong shit. Like, yeah, I try to focus on building real relationships. You know what I'm saying, with people, real connections.
That's what it's about, though.
Yeah.
I'd hope you try to do that as a creator, you know.
But some people don't. Some people fucking just post their shit, don't even respond to comments, don't really.
Why do you think that is, though?
I think people have a false idea of what it means to be successful. People kind of try to act successful.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you really, to me, like it's to me, successful is somebody who's really doing that shit, for who's living it, and who's really like, almost like, living that shit, and it's like a pureness thing to it, like appreciating. You gotta appreciate support. You know what I'm saying? And know that it's like bigger than yourself. So I think some people that, I don't know. I don't want to say why somebody's doing something, but I try to interact with people.
That's what it's about, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's about connecting. If you up there for anything else, I don't know what you're doing, but it is about meeting new people, and you know, especially if you're building a brand, you need people to support your brand. So I don't care how cool you are, you're gonna need somebody, you know, especially new people to connect with, especially in your area, especially that can get you connected to other people. That's the point of going out and stuff too, like an artist or especially local. They go out and you gotta connect with people. You gotta tap in. You gotta mingle, especially performing.
Yo, my tripping is hot in here. I feel like I had the heat on fucking all day today for no reason. I'm over here sweating. Hold up. Pause. Hold up. I low-key gotta take a piss too. Can we take a pause for a second?
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta use the bathroom?
Nah, I'm good.
Right.
I'm about to relight this blunt though. Oh, here. Yeah.
Bro, so word on the street is you the one that shot Megan. No.
I
told bro I was gonna ask you that.
I ain't sure.
He said, I ain't sure. I'm playing. Hell yeah. I love it, man. I love it. Yeah. Manifestation, the album out, man. You got coming, anything, any like new projects that you want to announce or that you've been working, like what have you been working on now?
Yeah.
Huh?
I've been working on some shit.
Yeah, what have you been working on? And also, how much time, like how is your time split between creating with yourself, for like your own stuff and like performing with other people and doing stuff with other people?
I try to make my own production my first go-to on a regular day. Then I try to, I get the other people's shit like after, you know. But normally in the same day, like every day I try to space it out where I got some time dedicated to my stuff and then some time dedicated to other people. Because I got a lot of projects where people's like, yo, can you put keys on this, or can you add sauce to this or build on this? And I do that stuff, like, you know. A couple producers too that work with a lot of big artists. I got some new stuff, like maybe 3 or 4 records. Jack Weiss, Nash B.
Matter of fact, you did some shit with Ashanti too, right?
Yeah.
I think I seen it in your bio. Yeah. Did you meet her or something you sent over?
For sure.
Yeah. How was that?
It's cool meeting them, but then it's like it's very cool when they're like, you know, watching the performance. They're live, they see you performing, they're amazed because you know I ain't up there not slouching, so I'm up there really in my bag.
I made a song or?
Yeah, we made one of the songs on Chicks Tape that went on Billboard for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like November 2019.
So the song with Ashanti was on Tori's joint too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got
Bro, Tori got a lot of music out, bro.
yeah,
I think we might have even spoke on it last time, bro. Like I got hip to Tory on like Remembrance Day, Dependency.
yeah,
Like this was like 2000. I want to say like 11, 12,
Yeah,
maybe even
that's-
10. So it's
That's
like,
like Lost Cause Day, like before Lost Cause a little bit.
see, I don't even remember like it was just a few songs at the time. I didn't really know like a lot about him. But even just his career really shows me like that sometimes it takes a long time,
Yeah.
and your style can evolve. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of even going back to what we were talking about earlier, like with growth, like ideas can evolve, bro. Like you can change. You can like yeah, like you ain't got to be locked into. Not even locked in. You don't have to have it all figured out in the beginning. You kind of just gotta just start. Bump your head on a couple of different things. Like I mean, just let me duck right there when I go that way. Like
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you too. Who are some of your favorite pianists right now? And is there some like up and coming guys you looking at?
Yeah, some of my favorites are like Sean Martin, Corey Henry. You know, you're always gonna love like Stevie Wonder. I mean, that's Stevie, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I forgot Jimmy Fox played piano. He does everything though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Yeah, he
he literally does everything. Great.
He's ill.
Yeah.
He's the first to really like show me that you can do more than just like what they project you to do, because they really just at some point they was like, yo, we wanted you to just do comedy, like, you know.
Jamie
but
Foxx.
he's forcing it, like, yo, you're really gonna get music with my shit, like I'm gonna do all this together. And coming out live, the stage lifting up out the floor with the piano and him, like, you know, just starting off and singing, just, you know, it's inspirational, very
To the
inspirational.
acting.
Yeah, to the acting and having his own show, funny show, good show. And his show very competitive to, like, you know, a couple of the other 90s shows like Martin and, you know, stuff, old stuff.
You thinking about stepping into any other lanes?
Like musically or what?
Acting or I don't know.
Nah,
Whatever.
I'd never be an actor.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that shit. I like to watch it though. It's
To me, I
cool.
feel like it'd be annoying to just do the same scene over and over. Because I wouldn't even like talking about something twice, for the most
Yeah.
part. That's why sometimes, like before the show, like we talk about it on the show. I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying? So imagine sitting there doing a line 100 times. You just like, all right, you just pour your heart and soul in it. You tearing up. Run it back.
That shit is annoying. You're right.
Yeah, so okay, so you said first priority is usually your stuff. You can get to everybody else's later.
Yeah.
And then you say, do you have like another project that you're working on right now that's a priority or what?
I mean, I don't have my own. I've just been assisting people on their stuff. So I've been just, and really practicing, like trying to learn new chords and new stuff on the piano, trying to improve. That's all I've been doing, and assisting people on their projects, you know, helping them with their records and building for the artists. That's been cool, because sometimes you get like beat block, like how you get writer's block, you get like beat block. You just, I don't know what to create today. So sometimes like having somebody have an idea or something, and they're like, yo, what can you do to this? And you show them what's up. They're like, oh yeah, that's it. Add their drums and they're done. It works. Then I get to making some beats. Now I got some type of inspiration of where some things can go that's different from what I've been doing, because I just worked with somebody else. Just gave me a little, okay, cool.
You get inspired like by things that like aren't musical, like by stuff outside of music, like a conversation or fucking seeing a fucking graffiti on the wall or like, you know what I'm saying, some like stuff outside of music.
I do. I get inspired by like nature sounds, birds and crickets. And
I'm about to say, I got the
yeah,
we got
you
the
get-
crickets.
yeah, all
we
that.
got crickets we got crickets delivered in the neighborhood just for you. Like, yo, Coop coming tonight. We need the crickets.
Please have those, because it's peaceful.
It's like his rider at the festival is like, I need a bowl of crickets just for the sounds.
Word.
Or a box.
Word. Give me a box of crickets for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have them. But
Yeah,
I like
sounds,
stuff like that. That's not musical, but it helps me think about stuff. I definitely have music playing. Stuff. That's a weird thing that you say, like, because I be having music playing. I mean, not music, but I be having like birds or like water, splashing, even lightning and
like
storm.
in your music.
Well, not sometime in the music, but I be having it playing like in the background while I'm producing music.
Okay.
So like it kind of make me add, like if I'm listening to like lightning or a storm, it'll make me like want to grab trumpets or something, make like some type of opera trap type beat or something, like stuff like that. I like that though, like just listening to the nature, random shit, crickets for sure.
Yeah, that's that. It's like in our DNA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy too how certain sounds just give you different vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. This thing in America, like, and the Bosnian thing is always like when it's raining out, but like it's the perfect time to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like a sleep vibe. Like that's a thing everywhere. Okay.
Yeah. What? I sleep best when it's raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Or make some fire music. Either or.
I like it. So you be going live a lot. I feel like I've been going live more lately.
Yeah, I kind of fell back a little bit.
Yeah, I started doing it more. I feel like it might help you with the algorithm a little bit too. I think Instagram likes when you like use their features.
Yeah.
Use the different features and shit. Like
it's hard, man. It's like a job sometimes.
Would you let somebody run your social media?
Yeah. I got some people running it now. Yeah. Definitely.
Oh yeah. I love it, bro. That might be a fire spot to leave him at, bro. We like an hour and 20 in. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on? Anything else you want to leave the people with?
Nah, I'm probably gonna be at the City on My Chest festival.
I just talked to that dude today.
Right.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy, right? I was actually getting some of our merch made, and he was in there. He was on my live the other night. I was on live with Cartel the other night, and he had joined it.
Yeah.
And then today I was
my dogs.
Yeah, so today I was at the shop, and he was like, "Yo," he said, "Don't know." He's like, "Didn't I see you somewhere?" Like, he said, "What, you got a podcast?" So we met and shit. Yeah, shout out to bro.
Word. That's lit. You been in the store?
I've been in there like a little while ago. What's the story with him? Like, you knew him for a minute? Like, how do you get to that?
Yeah, so now we both grew up downtown Newport News, East End, 22nd at Oak. We both from the ends. His dad is like really tied in with Mike Vick and his family, and they help coach them and get them right football wise. They're really talented as far as coaching.
Yeah,
really get you in your bag. But yeah, and then Tommy was doing coaching and scouting for a couple teams in the NFL. So then he came back and bought the store. I'm proud of him. It's fire. And then Cartel.
I want to say City on My Chest is they don't just sell their clothing. They sell just local.
Nah, they sell their clothing.
So just their clothing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He makes a lot though, like make women's, kids, swimming gear, stuff, trucker hats, track suits, bubble jackets.
What you about to say about Cartel?
That's my dog too.
Yeah.
I heard you mention him.
Yeah, shout out to Cartel. He was on last week.
I think I seen a little clip on Instagram.
Yeah, both of y'all actually. So both of y'all are repeat guests.
Really?
He was on like 75, episode 75.
Oh, that's
actually
fire.
Yeah. We were hyped about that because it was just episode 75.
Yeah, that's fire.
So you saying there's a City on My Chest festival coming up?
Yeah, I think the 16th. Yeah, I'm about to be there.
You know anything about it? Any people performing? Their flyer out?
Yeah, there's a flyer out. There's a couple people performing. I think Deja Nicole's performing. I think it's a couple artists.
Yeah, I'm about to look that up. You said they got a flyer out?
Yeah, we got a flyer out.
Yeah.
Well, they got a flyer out. I had to send it to you.
So you're gonna be there doing some live music?
I don't think so. I'm just there showing face.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that's where I'll be at the next, in the area. Other than that, I'm just in the lab. And I'm
actually, I guess kind of before we got here, so I want to ask you one more question. What are your thoughts kind of just on the scene right now? You've been out here doing it for like a little while now, so I'm sure you've seen things progress and just change. And where you think we're at right now?
I think I don't know, man. I don't ever want to judge like the area on, like what they're putting out and stuff. I kind of judge it on if you're working. That's just a good sign, Sometimes I'm not even trying to even listen to what's going on, but just as long as you're like putting out work or you're doing something like to your craft or you're showing people your craft, even 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna like it, especially like posts and stuff like that. I see people post their content, and sometimes I don't get a chance to hear it, but I still like support. I like it because you're actually doing something, showing the world that what you got going on.
Yeah, I've been lately literally trying to like not crack the code, but like figure out what exactly it is that makes a scene pop. I'm kind of like low-key not writing a research paper, but I might actually just do a real one. But I haven't figured it out yet. Like what is concrete stuff that happens that creates a scene in a city.
Yeah.
And that makes the whole world tune into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I feel like you gotta have like, I don't know. You would think it'd take like a gimmick or something, like somebody just doing something random, like falling off one of the tallest buildings in Newport News to put somebody, on the map. It just go trending crazy.
Got hella news coverage and shit.
Yeah. Everything gets all out here, and then it's hella traffic on Mercury and Jefferson for no reason. Because bare people just is out here just trying to figure out what's going on. That's the only way. I don't see anything else happening.
Oh yeah, fuck with it, bro. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
On that note, stay tuned. The What Makes a City Pop, this research paper coming soon. I'm gonna be the first podcast to drop a research paper. Hell yeah. I appreciate you, bro. Damn, excuse me. I appreciate you for sliding. As always, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I always say, fuck with the artists from the 757. And we're gonna see y'all next week. Actually, we got 2 episodes this week too, so we're gonna see y'all later this week.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Thank you, bro.